Okie dokie. Oh man, third time's the charm. Show starting soon. Got a little show starting scene. Let's run that intro, right? Let's run that intro. What is up, everybody? It is Chris here from a live studio, also from the How to Copy and Steal channel. This is the first live that I'm doing on this channel, and I feel like I need to position myself a little differently. There we go. That looks better. That feels better. I'm centered. um, so yeah, today I am not only am I going live on this channel for the first time, but I am also picking back up where I left off with the Design a Show 101. Um, oh man. Okay, cool. All right. I may pause a little here and there. Someone is using my phone to do some other stuff, so they may need some pings or things from me. But yeah, let's get started. Today I am talking about Zeke's World. Zeke's World is a podcast that I produce with a good friend of mine, a very talented videographer, Zeke Kitchen. Um, and I was tasked with, not tasked, I actually tasked myself with this project as I was still, learning and getting everything under my ropes when I first, this was around like when Zeke and I, like closer to when we first met, and I wanted to help him start a show and use my skills to like help him start the show and take it to all possible levels. Zeke is, like I was saying before, he is a excellent, super talented videographer. He's kind of specialized in all things video, but I would say his specialty more so than not is music videos, and that's like where his passion is. That's what he loves to do. So we sat down together with him and we figured, let me put these things on silent. We sat down together with him and we put our heads together on like how could we build a show around the fact that he does do video podcasts. So it started off with the idea of just like basic video podcast, talking headshots. But what I really wanted to do is bring in an interactive element of just like being able to watch videos with your guest without the need to having to put that in after the fact. So I remember when I set it up with him, like we did it in my living room, so right behind me, and we kind of set up the two couches in front of my TV. And I had this grand idea of like having the TV screen, but like also having them on the left and right within like little bubbles. If he's like interviewing one guest, or yeah, one guest. Um, and then basically, like as you switch, like holding on to that kind of flow where it's just like either the video's fully on screen or it's like a wide angle camera and it's like a behind the shot, behind the couch with them, and you're like sitting down with them type of vibe. I remember we like sketched it out. I don't have the sketches on me. I'm sure they're in my phone somewhere or in my iPhotos because I love to take notes of little sketches that I do on whiteboards. And I think I whiteboarded this one out where it was just like this is exactly what I want this show to look like. And this was probably one of the shows where like exactly what I sketched out is exactly what I did and exactly what I got. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop into it. I'll click my screen share. So yeah, this is Zeke's World. Page compliments of Zeke, branding compliments of our friend Sam. Sam branded Zeke, and I kind of just took it and manipulated it. I added the whole globe to it, over like I think it's inspired by like Wayne's World. Um, but yeah, I definitely ran with the brand. He had an existing like style. Actually, let's go to his website. Let me see, visuals by Zeka. I swear, if this doesn't pop up, there we go. So this was the existing brand that I was working with. Visuals by Zeke Kitchen. This ZK right here. As you can tell, the man is talented. Has a nice, sleek site. But yeah, basically took this logo, reworked it, and we got the Zeke's World logo. Zeke's World logo is somewhere around here. I think I have a hat with it you've seen me wear before. Ah, it's that little logo right there. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. First episode, I'm going to show you. Wait, Jesus. Attacked me with sound. Hey, there we go.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to Zeke's World.
This was back in the day, man. I'm gonna pause this. This was back when I was using ZV-1s. Believe it or not, what you're looking at here is point and shoot flip camera footage right there, just being streamed straight. Oh man, I really wish I didn't have that Aperture Mini there and like super hot against that that curtain there. But yeah, this was the show. Like it consisted of his shot, his guest shot. This is when we also had like the animated lower thirds that kind of came in through here. Wow, look at Zeke, what a fresh face, my guy, looking like a baby. This is an interview with his guest Raph Martin, and this was back when my desk was behind me by the kitchen. So yeah, this was I don't know if this was the first episode, if we recorded multiple episodes before this. Um, but yeah, this was exactly what I was looking for. Behind the couch, like, still keeping their faces in shot. I think as we move forward, we started to like introduce more elements, more things. The only thing I didn't like about this behind the couch shot was just the fact that I could see the cameras. I'm not a big fan of seeing the cameras that you're using to produce there. I think what we were doing for key lights in the situation, this was before I had like a legit key light. um, I was shining panel lights on my popcorn ceiling and just getting the splash from that back out down onto them. So yeah, that's this tripod right here. But yeah, like this was the flow, the branding, all this courtesy of Ecamm. And all of what you're watching now, also courtesy of Ecamm. And before I even move any further, I totally forgot to do my whole spiel about a live studio. This show is sponsored by a live studio. It is the Live Studio YouTube channel, but this show is sponsored by a live studio. And if you are looking or interested in having a show like what you're seeing here, please go to bookalivestudio.com. And I'm like so ready to hear from you. We want to make your show dreams come true. We love to build shows around business goals, whether you are selling a product or a service, or you're just trying to, build your brand around your expertise in a certain subject matter. We are your team. We are your live team. We believe in everything engagement, and we believe in, doing things live. So, yeah, if you're interested, bookalivestudio.com. With that said, back to the show. Um, so yeah, all this is courtesy of Ecamm, just like the overlays and dropping the logos down. Um, at the end of the day, I do think Zeke still took these episodes and maybe chopped them down a little bit. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, what I winded up doing for this, like in order to get the screen capture record, because like from the TV here, I think I either had his laptop or my laptop, or like maybe I'm using the PlayStation at this time. Um, and basically, uh, yeah, that was me zooming in right there. Wow. Um, so let me pause this right here. Go to this single shot. Um, yeah, so I think uh, what I wound up doing to get that TV on display was I wound up like rather than buying the legit Elgato capture card that actually captures your screen but still sends it out to the TV, I winded up getting a splitter on Amazon, an HDMI splitter that took one HDMI and turned it into two feeds, sent one of those feeds straight into the TV, and then I sent another feed straight into a capture card, and that worked. I mean, it did what it needed to do. That thing did wind up crapping out on me as of late. I have to actually get a legit purpose, built screen recorder. But yeah, that was how I was able to do these things that I'm gonna start panning through. Let me click through here. Let's go left, right. Keep panning forward. Uh, so when he chooses something here and hits play, then I can do, this whole like dope little uh I don't know, it's like a visual trickery where it's like the screen is coming towards you and it's just like, oh, now this is the screen and this is them. And we got, audio pass through, I believe. Yeah, we do have
Fucking
audio pass
Oscar winning acting.
through. But yeah, um there's not really much to go into details of uh how I produce Zeke's World. I mean, I think I went over all the basics, but I'm just gonna like pan through a couple of his episodes and just talk about some wins, talk about some losses. I definitely have a favorite episode in terms of like set design and things, and how it looked in its prime. We also had certain episodes where like we were just rushing it, and not rushing it, but like it was just like not a last minute thing, but just like you know, us coming after a shoot and just setting up my house really quickly, and like him going on the show with someone remotely. Um, so yeah, there are numerous episodes like that. So let me hop back into the screen share here. I'm foot switching today. I got my foot pedal down there. But yeah, let's get let's get her done. Um, so coming back here. This was the Blob episode. This is when I started to like play around with lights a little more. That was a pretty good episode. KT Legacy was also a good one as well. Yeah, this was a good one from a set design perspective. Oh, always gotta mute it. Shout out to Hendo Studios, providing the shirt that I'm wearing today. Ooh, this was a lower shot here. Wow, that was definitely still figuring it out. Trying to keep these things just out of light, but I was trying to give them some nice little hair light. You get me? Do the thing. Hey, look at the fresh fade on me, back. God damn. Was not expecting to see that bald head. Um, but yeah, this was another episode. Every time we did one of these episodes, I would literally clear out my whole living room and put everything in my bedroom, couches and all. Well, the long couch that I have here besides me and all. Um, but yeah, as you can see, we started to like do a little more set design. Zeke would bring like props and things that represented his personality. I think some of these props are props. But even moving forward, I think he winded up like bringing a globe, which made sense. It's Zeke's world. Um, but yeah, the concept of the whole show was to kind of, you know, interview artists that he's worked with in the past before, and kind of just like dig in on the story of like his process of making music videos. You get me? Hold on, let me get my foot pedals in the right spot. So yeah, the goal was to going a little deep, diving into his process of making music videos and just talking about the day of the shoot. And like, it's very rare that you get to sit down with the artist that you created for and like ask them their unadulterated opinion about like how'd the shoot go, and like what they expected. How did you exceed expectations? How didn't you exceed expectations in certain places? And yeah, like we saw this as like a not only like a peek under the behind the curtain of how the sausage is made, but like, a way to build our skills and a way for, Zeke to get more feedback on the work that he's doing, and also gather more inspiration. A lot of these artists came in with ideas and like, I want my music video to look like this thing. So we could bring up those, videos live while we were talking and kind of compare them back and forth and see how they compared to what came out and what the final product was. Um, so yeah, this episode here, pretty dope. Uh, all right, I'm gonna pause right there and just talk really quickly about like what you're seeing here in terms of me repositioning. This is just a feature of Ecamm. Um, Ideally, like I don't know. Nowadays, I have like a different feeling of like zooming in and doing these things live. Like I feel like most talking headshots should be just like what the camera captures, and like you should only be zooming in if it makes sense. For instance, like I'm about to click it here. You know what I mean? Like I should only be zooming in to put emphasis on something. You get me? Like the dirt on the top of the lid of my hat right here. Like that. um, I shouldn't be doing it to like reposition myself and things like that. I don't know. Something that I stopped doing moving forward as I produce now, or try to do a lot less of. But yeah, just quick little tip there, and I guess it's more of like less of a tip and a little bit of something that annoys me, and I annoyed myself looking back at my past footage. But hindsight is always 2020, right? So yeah, um, get back into it. So yeah, with Zeke's World, you know, I don't know. This episode is pretty good. I think I want to jump to maybe one of his remote episodes or an episode where that center little set design really like kicked up. Um, okay, yeah, this was a dope episode. Look at this man's work. Look at that work. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Oh, did I just pause that? Wow. Internet sucks. All right. Oh, I was even on an episode one day. Hey, and I'm wearing the same funky hat. um, this was an episode with Yesenia. That was a good one. Honestly, I think I gotta say my best designed episode. Oh, this was one of his remote episodes where we kind of just like set him up in his chair, and then put his homie. I think we put his homie on the TV, so that Zeke could like talk back and forth with them. But yeah, oh, why do I have that light showing? Anyways, yeah, this was a good one. Honestly, I'm gonna end it off with this one right here. This was my favorite Zeke's Worlds episode. From just a look and feel standpoint, this was the one that hit for me, and I wanted every time we came and reset up the set to like achieve this look and feel. Um, let me Yeah, there we go. You know, even though the light is in shot, like I don't know, there's something to the aesthetic. And yeah, we had Cade Cook, which if I can Zeke got his last name wrong, we did the whole globe thing. I think had lights on that globe at some point. Maybe it wasn't in this episode. Um, but yeah, there's not much else to go over with this episode. I really want to figure out how I can, um, for these series, kind of like take you into the Ecamm profiles and show you how I achieve certain things. But a lot of it is very like, fourth wall type of deal. Maybe I can do like a vlog, the next time Zeke does another episode leading up to it and kind of like show you the behind the scenes, do a screen recording and get into the nitty gritty of how I actually set things up. But yeah, I just wanted to go live today to one, check it off my list and like commit to putting myself out there and doing this thing that I said I was going to do. I'm still running strong on the Copy and Still YouTube channel. A new episode actually came out with Zeke. So if you want to, see an interview with Zeke where he talks more about his process, and we even talk about just like creative problem solving and just even business problems as like going through this world as an independent, you know, business owner and, having your own video service business and like dealing with shitty clients and things like that. So, yeah, if you're interested in watching that video, I will add the link below this live stream in the description. Um, but yeah, expect to hear more from me. We also have the three camera shoot set up for Ecamm coming out this week. I'm holding myself to that. And then my goal is also to just go live for other things like, capture cards or, reviewing cameras or just talking more about Ecamm. So, yeah, with that said, I will see all of you in another video. Bye. Peace.